Welcome back! Today's Etruscan city has a shorter history, but not because it was less important, but because there are less sources talking about them. I have a few theories for why, and we will get into that later. Velathri, known today as Volterra, was an Etruscan city in central Tuscany. It was founded in the 7th century BC and quickly became very rich thanks to its mineral mines, in particular the ones containing iron. The accessibility to iron made the Velathri army very well equipped. However, they were not warlike people. They instead dedicated themselves mostly to trade and craftsmanship. They had great trade relations with Greeks and Phoenicians and were able to build some ports in really good locations along the coast to, trade better. Velathri was a sizable settlement stationed beside a river and surrounded by hills. This made it easily defensible. The walls that are still largely visible today were built at the end of the 4th century BC, and they had an extension of 7,300 meters. In addition to the increased urban center, they also protected the water sources, fields and pastures. In case of looting by Gallic or Ligurian bands, the people living outside the walls would be more than welcome to take refuge in there, while the Etruscan archers showered the barbarians with arrows. During the 4th century, however, there was a slight decline in influence for Velathri, mostly due to the wars with Rome, and at the start of the 3rd century they lost a war with them and they had to give up some of their territory. Contrary to any expectation, Velathri actually recovered from the economic crisis as soon as they allied with Rome, at the expense of its neighbors, which by constantly fighting against Rome had lost some of their trade partners, who instead went to Velathri to buy their metal or whatever else they needed. Political and social life was dominated by the local aristocracy, particularly the Caecina family, who are credited for the new golden age of commerce in the city. Due to their generally peaceful outlook on politics, Velathri did not fight against the Romans for long, therefore there are fewer sources written about them, and the few things we know are superficial, but also positive. For example, we know that during the Second Punic War, Velathri sided with Rome by giving them food and ships. By 90 BC, the inhabitants of Velathri earned Roman citizenship, and even if they sided against Sulla during the Roman Civil War of 88 BC, they were just let go with a small slap on the wrist, and everything went back to normal. Of course, by slap on the wrist, I mean a small siege and occupation, but it's ancient times, stuff like that happened all the time. After this, Velathri faded into obscurity and decayed in imperial times. Today the walls still stand, as well as one of their entrances, which is really cool. That's all for today as well, and I'll see you next time.